by mood.
But
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of Random as Thoughts. And in today's episode, we are going to talk about the confusions or shocks that we initially faced as new immigrants in Munich, Germany.
so to give you a context, we moved in November of 2023 to Munich, Germany when she got a job here. And we thought, okay, why not? And well, that's one part. And then we faced a lot of things that actually shocked us. We It was positive. I wouldn't say negative, but opportunities for growth and also to understand the culture and the people here.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, all the countries has its pros and cons. What we are going to talk about is the cultural difference that we observed as immigrants and also how we navigated through it. So, should we start? Where should we start from?
So I would say we should start from day one, the day we landed in Munich.
Yeah, that was an eventful day. So, you remember what
Yeah.
happened, right? I mean, so in short, I was under the impression that the visa that we had on the passport, it mentioned that this person, so my name Keerthy Mondas, has been employed by so and so organization, and this visa is associated to the employment in Munich. So I did not realize that we have to have the contract letter also in hand for them to kind of um, verify the employment basically. And we actually had the physical copy. Remember,
We
we
did,
had
yeah.
it in our bags, and we also had it in our phone. But he kind of started asking for documents. I gave him all the ID proofs and everything, and then he said letter. And I was like, what letter, what are you talking about? And I got a little bit, first of all, with authority I get a little bit panicky. And then he started shouting, and I was like, what do you want? And then he was like, contract letter. And I was like, oh, right. And then I started looking on the phone, and I did not connect to the Wi-Fi. It was all like chaotic. In that moment of panic, I did not know what to do. And then you came up with your phone, okay, just show this contract letter. And then I just showed it to him, and then he was like, I can't believe you are not prepared to show your contract letter and this and that. I felt it was unnecessarily rude, because he could have asked in a
Yeah.
good way also. So I was kind of a little bit shocked in that sense. But I would not say that Indian officers at the immigration is also very polite. I'm not going to. I wouldn't say that as well. They are also very stern and assertive. But I think they are also a little bit um, considerate, I would say.
Mellow, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit mellow and a little considerate, that okay, that person is a little bit panicking or something. Maybe that was my experience, I don't know. It could be completely different for someone else. But yeah, this that actually, the day we stepped in Munich and this incident happened, and I started crying, and then I was like, I want to go back, I don't want to stay here, let's go back home, and this and that. But yeah, that was the first incident, and I cannot till today forget that that happened. But when I look back today, I also feel that it's a little bit, I mean, it was a little bit dumb on my part as well, that I should have had the contract ready to show it, because it was well obvious. But yeah, I mean, I did. So
And plus, I think, yeah, like you said, the authority part, yes, but I think also maybe he did not start by trying to be rude. Maybe he was just trying to be direct. I mean, at the end of the day, right, we have seen so many people here in Germany that because of the stereotype, we always think, the Germans are very rude, but they're actually just very direct.
yeah,
But then, I mean, I agree that the way he said there was a disbelief. It's not like, we have been traveling to all the other countries with job opportunities and all that. Yeah.
exactly. That's what I also felt like. This was my first time I'm traveling out of the country for a job related thing. So of course I understand from his perspective, that because he might have been seeing like a lot of people coming in,
Mm.
and they have their letter ready and everything, and this person is just coming and showing a passport as if, okay, everything else is sorted. I don't know what he would have thought, but then I had a feeling he could have been a little polite, and the thing is, everyone before we came to Munich, everyone told us that, oh, Germans are very rude, they're very difficult to deal with and everything. And already we have that in our head, and
Yeah,
when this incident also happens, it's not helping, it just feels like, okay, what everyone says is true. But yeah, that's
yeah,
that
that's
was our first day.
And I think looking back, I even thought, maybe the last time when we went to London for your work,
Mm,
at that time, okay, we had to show the letter and all that because it was, well, you went for a secondment.
yeah,
And on the visa, of course, they are not going to write secondment.
yeah,
So you must have used that logic, right? Here, at least my visa mentions that it is for employment, this such and such company.
yeah,
So you must have thought at that time,
yeah.
I don't need to show my contract letter. I think that is where you also came from, I believe.
No, I don't. I genuinely thought the visa had mentioned Kirti Mohandas has been employed by this and this company. So this visa is different, right? Because for London we had the visitors visa.
Yeah.
So either way they were okay with it, even without the letter.
Hmm.
But I had still shown the letter where it was mentioned that we were called for work and everything, and that was, but still it was under visitor visa.
Hmm.
So even they were not that concerned. But this was a long-term visa, and this visa is like not different from the usual Schengen one, which people used to travel. So I think my thought process came from the fact that, okay, it is already mentioned, so what else do you want to see? Now when I think of it, I'm thinking, duh, they want to see the contract letter to kind of validate it. But I still feel it could have been a little
Yeah,
softer to me.
agreed.
So yeah, anyway, that was the first day of Munich.
Yeah, I mean, well, at least it took me. For me also, in my case, the rude episode came only after 1 year, maybe, or within
Oh,
1 year.
the shopkeeper
Yeah,
incident.
the supermarket shopkeeper where he
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
well, let's just say I felt that I actually went back to school and the teacher has the only next thing he actually was left to say, go out, stand outside the classroom and kneel down. Yeah,
Yeah.
but then yeah, I remember that, so again, you know how it is, right? When I go for shopping, if I'm not planning it, I usually don't carry a trolley inside, just for a couple of things.
I always ask you to carry a trolley.
Yeah, but
You
then I
never
have
do
this,
that.
you know how I have this bad habit that, once I see other things, okay, I'll take this as well. Oh, I'll buy this as well. Oh, I'll buy this as well.
It's never one item.
E-
So might as well carry a basket. But no.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to learn.
Okay.
So one of them was the mayo bottle that I took it, and my hands were full. I reached the billing area where the conveyor belt was going. I kept everything, and lo and behold, the bottle decides, okay, I want to just commit suicide and fall onto the ground,
Mhm.
and it broke. Mayo everywhere, not everywhere, just a small puddle. And I was like, I saw the billing guy was talking to the next guy who was, getting his billing done, and he had a lot of stuff there. I thought, okay, I'll I don't want to interrupt their conversation. Stupidity. I
But you also intended to pay for the
exactly,
bottle that was
exactly. My whole
broken.
point was I'll go back because the mayo aisle was just next to the billing area.
Yeah.
I'll grab the bottle, come back, keep it there, and tell him that I dropped it. I'll pay for that as well,
Hmm.
and please clean that also. And I'll apologize, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
it was my fault. I dropped it.
Yeah.
By the time I came back, there was another lady who already she saw the stuff there, but she did not see the mayo on the floor. I mean, of course, when you walk, mayo on the floor is last thing in the mind that would come.
Yeah.
She stepped on it, and by the time I was going, I apologized to her. I was going to tell the billing guy. By
Yeah.
that time, he came to the place where we were standing, and his first question was, when were you intending to tell me that you dropped this here? I'm like, now I had to explain, this happened. I explained whatever happened. I explained it to him. This happened, and then the next sentence was, because of you, this poor lady just stepped on the mayo. And I was like, I apologized to her. I apologized to him,
Mm,
and I was like, I told him I intend to pay for this.
yeah,
Do not worry, I will pay for this.
yeah,
He just threw his hands in the air, like exasperation. How could you? As if it was not the bottle that fell on its own volition. I just pushed it off the cliff, kind of thing. How could you, and all that. I mean, the lady was like, no problem. I mean, in German, of course.
yeah,
Kein Problem, kein Problem. And I was like, I would apologize to her, saying that really sorry, it's my fault. It's not your fault. Happens this, but he was like, no, you may have apologized, and the Mayo feet lady might have forgiven you. I do not forgive you. I don't know for what. But then when people are saying, you're being rude, come on, and all
yeah,
that.
yeah,
He was rude. He was downright rude. I mean,
yeah,
he was in your face rude.
yeah. So that's when it's clear that that's not direct, that
Exactly.
is rude.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, I think for them it's also coming from a place where all these time they have been so direct to everyone. Now I think the line between rude and direct has been a little bit smudged for some people, not for everyone. Do you also feel that?
I don't think it's must or blurred. I think, they are suckers for cleanliness so much. They saw, oh, a line. Why is it here? Let me mop it out. They just forgot the
Yeah,
line existed.
yeah. But some people are extremely polite as well.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it was refreshing to see that. Like, you remember my colleague, he is so sweet and he's so polite and he is German. And I'm like, you're probably the only German, at least who I have met directly, who is so sweet and so kind of friendly and like a goofy little person. So yeah, I mean, it's not like everyone are rude or
Yeah.
everyone are like that, but then yes, their mode of conversation or communication is very direct, in the sense that it is very easy to kind of ask questions also
Hmm.
when it comes to communicating with them. Since they are very direct with you, they also expect the same kind of conversation or communication from us. So it's not kind of frowned upon to ask for clarification,
Hmm.
or if you're not clear on whatever they said and you're not convinced, and then you ask questions, okay, no, this I do not understand, or this is not clear to me, so they are not offended to clarify it as
Hmm.
well. Because since they are also the same of the same thought process, I think it is easier for them also to communicate like that, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, I think, I mean, at the end of the day, it would be very wrong of us to say that all Germans are rude
Mm,
and all that. I mean, at the end of the day, there is a notion among even my friends in my German class, there was a notion that, Indians, when they welcome their guests like greatly, amazingly, and all that, at the end of the day, there are people in India as well who are not so welcoming.
yeah,
But then, come on, it goes both ways.
yeah, true. But I think Indians are a little bit warm.
Hmm.
In general, we are very warm people who like to welcome others, or whether it's a corporate sector, or if it's just calling your friends to your home for a lunch or something. So in general, people are warm and welcoming, so that is why that kind of notion comes for Indians, that they are very generous and stuff, which is true for most of the cases. But Germans, they know what they want and they just kind of say it to your face. They are very blunt in that sense, so they can be misconstrued as not warm people.
Hmm.
But I don't know, I don't know how else to explain this, but
I
I
think
don't.
it's more like the difference between, saying, I want a bottle of water and please could you get me that bottle of water? Maybe, right?
Maybe
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a communication part as well, where you would at times think that they are personally attacking you or something like that. I think you had some kind of an anecdote for that as well, right? Where
Yeah, at my
workplace,
workplace.
right?
Yeah, I mean, so at my work, again, this is my comparison with how I used to work in India. What happened is, within the first few months, I did something. So, first of all, there is no set process here. It's all on the go, and each right now where I work is each project, it's different, and it has its own requirements and all of that. So there is no set process, so I just did something on my own and thought that okay, this would be fine. But I got the feedback that okay, this is not how we do it here, there is certain things that we need to follow, blah blah blah. And then I just got a little bit kind of taken aback, in the sense that okay, there was no process, I just did something, like I didn't know there was a process or something like that. And that kind of became a little bit to and fro, kind of not an argument, but also a little bit of a heated discussion. And then later on I went to clarify that, saying that okay, this something of this sort happened, and I need clarity on what went wrong, or what did I do wrong, so that next time I can fix it. And then the person who gave me the feedback, he was like, no, not, you didn't do anything wrong, you just tried something, that's fine, but then we do it in this way. That is what I was telling you, it's not that you did anything wrong. So I was like, okay. So what I thought that it was a rude or heated discussion, for that person it was not, it was a complete normal discussion.
Okay.
So that is where I was like, what just happened? Because in India, if I would have done that, it would have been, a big thing. And then if I go and ask for explanation or something, again, I don't say that they would not give me an explanation, but it would be considered as a heated discussion.
Hmm.
Here they don't consider that. Here it is like, okay, you voiced your opinion, I voiced mine, and we can meet somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
So I'm like, it's good also, but it's also not that easy to get it in the first go.
Hmm.
For a
Hmm.
new person who is coming and working here, for them it might not be um, that easy to understand or navigate this situation, unless you are in it, and then you understand, okay, this is how people kind of treat you, or this is how people treat the situation in general.
I mean, especially from a perspective that your work culture is different, right? Where
Very
you came
different,
from.
very different.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I'm right. I mean, I have been in HR for a long time. I'm an HR guy. One of the main things that I mean, the one you said I was actually surprised about was work-related arguments are actually welcomed as long as they are not personal attacks or very rude.
yeah, I mean, at workplace, anything, any feedback about the work is welcome.
As long as you are not personally attacked, right? Yeah.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So if it is about the work, you have the right to voice your opinion, and it's not have the right, it's your duty to raise
Hmm.
your opinion when it comes to work. Personal attacks, on the other hand, about the other person, or for about anybody
Hmm.
on that matter, not welcome. If you're technically strong and if you are doing your work well, that is what matters the most.
Hmm.
So when it comes to work, they would want you to come up and say that okay, I have a better solution, or a better way to kind of reduce the time taken for a process and everything. So that part I really like, in that
Hmm.
sense. And it's a little bit easier to get things done in a way that you are not constantly put down by other people. So yeah, that's good. But again, one thing I like about the Indian work culture is the warmth. I
Hmm.
miss that. I miss the warmth of people. um I don't know, in general, like a camaraderie, I miss that a little bit. Maybe it's just my experience that is different. Maybe some other people would have different experiences, but yeah.
I mean, are you saying that the camaraderie is nil here or it's lesser than India?
It's lesser than India. I wouldn't say nil, because I've seen many other teams or other people who also have positive feedback or opinion. So maybe it's just my view that is different.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's what I feel. At least, like, I feel less of warmth in general.
Okay.
So yeah.
I mean, same topic but totally unrelated. As an HR, another thing I loved about Germany is the 9 to 5 work culture. When they say 9 to 5, they mean 9 to 5. I mean, you
Yes.
extend to there are at times you extend to, but if the let's just say the manager says, "Can you sit for a couple of hours more?" and the employee says no, it just means no.
Yeah, I mean, again, I would say it depends on what kind of work you do and what kind of team you're in.
Hmm.
It all depends on the team dynamic. So
Hmm.
it's fairly okay to have 9 to 5 and get your job done, but it's not that we don't extend.
Hmm.
For
Yeah.
how we do, but it's not very common practice.
Hmm.
That is true. It's not a common practice to have to extend more than your total 8 hours a day. And also in Germany, you're not allowed to work more than 10 hours a day.
Hmm.
You get an email from the HR team saying that, this person has worked more than 10 hours. They have to so it's actually a warning to the manager.
Hmm.
So the manager sends you saying that please don't stop it.
Exactly that's what I was talking about, because back in India I still remember where I used to work as well. um, if at least thrice or 4 times a month if you do not extend, it's frowned upon.
Yeah.
Even especially even if there is no work, they're like, okay, you did not extend, you did not work fully.
Yeah, I
And
think.
like, I
Yeah,
mean, if
yeah,
at nine between 9 to 5 I have finished all my job, all my
yeah,
work, and I don't have anything left, why do I have to extend? For some
true.
reason, that is looked like, oh, he is a very hard working person. How about I complete all my targets within that 8 to 9 hours? How about that? No.
Yeah,
And yeah, the other thing is the leave policies. Oh yeah, yeah. The leave is your right.
yeah,
In India, we actually used to send a mail, I will be on leave, please approve. Here, I'll be on leave.
yeah. I think that's a European culture in general,
Mhm.
that leaves are taken very seriously.
Yeah.
So I think I actually like that. That's true. Yeah. I mean, just a point about the work timings.
Mhm.
There are people who have to still work a little bit late.
Mhm.
Also, like, not depending on the task, depending on the project. If some projects, there's a deadline that's coming up, only then generally people extend their work timings.
Mhm.
Otherwise, they tend to not do that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, that's a great thing, I would say. It's work culture wise, at least the leave policy and the work timings is pretty good. Not going to deny that, for sure.
What was the other shock you had? I mean, in my mind, only one shock one of the main shocks that came was the day we landed was a Sunday.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's true. The shops, not shops, and everything, like the city being closed
Want to give a
almost.
context?
Yeah, I mean, on Sundays, there's no shops open. Only, I think, on the city center there is
One or
the
two,
one or
maybe.
two shops open. But in general, Sundays are a citywide holiday. There are some restaurants open. There are some kind of emergency grocery stores open. There'd be some, like, one or two apothecaries open, which is a medical store. But other than that, the city is mostly closed. And when we landed, we did not know about that. And we came in and we were like, where are all the people? Where are we? Why is there no one on the street? What is happening? And in India on a Sunday,
It's packed.
exactly, we do like on a Sunday it's very difficult to go to a market or
A
we used
mall.
to, yeah, and we used to go to the Kolaba Causeway on Sundays. It's
Oh,
like jam packed, like you cannot step a foot in there and everything. And totally opposite here. So I was like, what just happened? Where are we? What is happening? So yeah, I mean
yeah.
that was a culture shock.
My first this was okay. I knew that the population of Munich is less than Mumbai, but I don't think it is just one person.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, the malls are closed, everything is closed, which is, I mean, it's a good and a bad thing. Good thing because everyone believes in taking rest and
Yeah,
refresh, so that's a great thing. But it's a bad thing as a consumer
yeah.
because then I have to plan accordingly, and I have to plan that, okay, on Sundays things don't open here, so we need to kind of have the groceries and everything stocked.
By
uh
Saturday.
exactly, so yeah.
No, I mean, I understand. I understand the concept of the last minute. Okay, on Sunday you remembered something and you go to the central station, the Hauptbahnhof. Then okay,
Mm,
that's that one store that is open
yeah,
in all of the city.
yeah,
You go there, but then again, you have to plan, get to go and catch the train, the metro or the bus, then go there. So yeah, I mean, everything has its pros and cons.
yeah, true.
Oh, I mean, yeah. What did you love? What is one thing that you totally like about Munich?
Totally like about Munich,
Hmm.
I like that Munich can be both peaceful and happening at the same time. I like that about Munich. I mean, it could be again, it's subject to who is observing it. That's for sure. Because to me, it feels that there's something or the other happening throughout the city. That there'll be some, gathering, or there'll be some events happening and everything throughout the city throughout the year. But at the same time, it is peaceful and chill and quiet. So there's an interesting perception shared by one of my colleagues. So he was telling me that in Munich he feels that life is so rushed. Okay, so he
Okay.
was telling me life is so rushed. People are going, like, running to the office, coming back, they have their schedule set, they have to do this, that, etc. And back in my town, I mean, he was saying that, so back in his town, he says that it's very chill, very relaxed. They go to the cafes, they have a coffee, and they'll chit chat and then catch up with friends and everything. So I was like, okay. And then he told me, okay, what is your perception about it? So I said I felt Munich is very chill, because coming from Mumbai, you would tend to see the difference, right? In Mumbai it would be, it's always go 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 go. And when we came to Munich, it was more relaxed and chill. So that's why I said it's subject to who is observing it.
Mhm.
So the same perception the guy had, that Munich is very go go go, and to me it felt like Munich is very chilled and relaxed. So, but I like that about
Hmm.
Munich. I like that it's happening and it's peaceful at the same time, like it coexists.
Hmm.
So I like that about Munich. What about you? What do you like about Munich?
Hmm. The one biggest thing I like, and it's also a bone of contention for me, is the transportation system.
Ooh, yeah,
Bone
that's
of,
true.
I mean,
I like that
bone
as
of
well.
contention. I'll tell you why. I'll start with that.
Mm.
I am an Indian, born and brought up in India.
Mhm.
I grew up with a cycle, then a bike, then scooters and bikes, then car, and wherever I want to go, stores and everything, I just have to go downstairs, take the bike out, and go. And when I say bike, I mean the motorbike, not the
Yeah,
cycle.
yeah.
Here, people when they say bike,
Bike is the
you go
cycle.
biking, huh? Oh, which is your bike? And I'm like, then I explain, oh, you mean a motorbike? I'm like, yeah. Why would I take my cycle?
Yeah, they don't call it a cycles.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
call bicycle. Yeah,
Mm.
bike. But then, yeah. Here the first thing was, oh my god, renting a two-wheeler or even buying a two-wheeler, getting a license is too expensive. Then I found out the public transportation. We just get down, there is a bus. Then there, a couple of stops away, there is the metro station. Then there is a surface train. If nothing else, they have a tram. Basically, you go anywhere. If you have to go anywhere, you get down. Maybe you have to walk maximum 500 meters to a place after you get down to your destination. Not more than that, because after that, anyways, there's a bus stop. Back in India, I'm not saying, again, not dissing on India. The public transportation in many of the cities is good.
Mm.
We have lived in Mumbai, we have lived in Bangalore. I for a long time used to live in Bangalore, Bangalore buses. But again, traffic, not necessarily the bus will be on time and you're going to reach anywhere on time.
Yeah.
And the distance between two stops is way too much.
Yeah.
So if I if my the closest bus stop to this particular place is, let's just say, 1 kilometer,
Mm.
it means then that from the other stop as well, it is going to be 1 kilometer or more.
Yeah.
So it's too much. Sadly, in many of the cities, I mean, again, not dissing. Yeah, we come from a developing country. We have those constraints. We do not have many payments on us, so walking is also a problem. But then here, I think that every 200 to 300 meters, at least 500 meters, there is a bus stop, so you can walk.
Yeah, but then that is only in the main city.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the city,
Yeah,
just the
but
city.
if you go move a little out of Munich,
Hmm.
the frequency of the bus stops is not that much.
Agreed.
But I think you can still walk
Yeah.
because you have pavements and you have proper dedicated spaces to walk, even if it's the main road. So in that way, I agree. But then, yeah, transportation in general is really good
Yeah,
advice as well.
but then when I say walk, I do not mean the facilities for walking. I mean, I'm not too lazy
Yeah,
to
yeah, I
walk.
agree. I agree. No, what I'm trying to, mentioned that in India we don't even have the places to walk as
Yeah.
well, right? Because uh, i- on the main road, there where there is supposed to be footpath, there are many people parking their vehicles, or there are shops or something that prohibits people from walking
Yeah.
from there. So that is something I find it easier here,
Hmm.
that we can walk
Agreed.
freely without having to juggle between
Yeah.
shops or some vehicles parked or some big porthole or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, but then at the end, I'm only comparing cities to cities. I'm
Yeah,
not
true.
comparing anything outskirts or city at
True.
all.
Hmm.
So even if we compare with Mumbai, I love the train system there.
Yeah.
Agreed. Peak time, it's a lot of rush. Even here in the evening and all, it gets. I mean, at the end of the day, Mumbai has more population, so we
Yeah.
cannot hold that against Mumbai. But the transportation system there, at least at the train part, is good. Bus part, I do not know much at in Bombay side, because, well, I did not get a chance to. We had our two wheeler and all that, wherever we had to go nearby. So bus, I never got a chance. But at least in Bangalore, inside the city as well, buses were there, but I would not call them as reliable,
Yeah, true.
and not their fault also. Again, traffic.
Mm.
Here, traffic is only during peak hours, and that too not big. But again, population is a factor.
Population is the main factor
Yeah.
why it's different in our country and in Munich,
Mm.
basically in Germany.
Yeah.
So population is the main factor.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we need to give India that grace,
We have to give them
to,
the leeway. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah.
I mean, at the end of the, it's not just the population; it's also the level of development. Germany is a developed country. At the end of the day, India is still a developing country. So a comparison on that is very unfair.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean, even in Mumbai, the S-Bahn equivalent, the Mumbai suburban, the locals
Yeah.
are there, and they are very efficient. Don't get me wrong, they are very efficient. But yeah, we still have to work on the metro part, where which is actually growing. It is actually becoming better and coming out. But then yeah, it would be really unfair to compare in that way as well.
Mm.
But again, the transportation system here is actually good.
Yeah. And one thing about the shops not being opened on Sunday,
Hmm.
also the shops close at 8 o'clock.
Oh yeah, eight
We did
o'clock at
not
night.
mention that.
We forgot about that.
Yeah,
They close at 8 o'clock. All shops except restaurants.
yeah.
Even the medical stores close at 8. So
That
and
was a big culture shock for us, right? I mean, for us, I think on a Saturday or on Fridays or Saturdays, like during the weekends or something, 8 o'clock is when the crowd starts coming in
yeah,
to the mall or to the restaurant or something. The restaurants are still fine. I
restaurants are
think they
fine.
still go to 11:30, 12, I
11
guess.
up 11:30, 12, but the
Yeah,
kitchens close at 10
yeah, the
ish.
kitchens close at 10, but then the malls people start coming in at 8 o'clock, and this is that is when Munich closes its mall. So, and it's not just in Munich, I think it's overall in Germany.
I think it's all over Germany.
Yeah,
I think we went to some place where they close at 7.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it was, I don't remember, Stuttgart.
Passau.
Okay.
No, not Stuttgart. Stuttgart actually was till 8 p.m. itself. The mall next to our hotel, it
Yeah, yeah,
was
yeah. Okay,
Passau
okay,
at 7.
okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
that
that
was
is also a huge culture shock. Not, yeah, it's a culture
it's a
shock.
culture
Yeah,
shock.
yeah,
But the thing is, it's worse during summers
yeah. Mm.
because the sunset is at 9:30, and you are not looking at it. You are like, okay, it's 5:30 or 6, maybe 7 o'clock. I still have time, but it's already 9.
Yeah. It's now what is the time?
Now it's
It's 4
4:40.
4:40 and it looks like it's already 7.
Yeah, the sun has already set. It's just the last moments of the light dying out kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. What is another thing that you feel changed your perception after coming to Munich or something?
Something that we Indians always think that English is a universal language.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I have never believed in the part where many of our people. I'm not all, but there has always been a misplaced belief that the sign of intelligence is how good English you speak. But I
Mm,
never believed in that. But then I even thought, if you want to survive outside India, you should know the language English,
mm.
which after coming to Germany just threw me off the balcony. It was so wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that, when we came here, I knew I'll have to go to the German class because I mean, HR, I had to go to the German class, I had to need to learn German, get the certification done, etc., and all that. But I did not know that the usage of zero is nearly zero. Nearly zero. Not zero, nearly zero.
Usage of English.
Usage of English.
Mm.
I said German, right?
Usage of zero is nearly zero.
Okay. Sorry. Slip of tongue. I
Yeah.
mean, if I can give an example,
Mm,
you go to a store, if you ask for something, they do not know, they cannot speak English. When I say store, I mean your supermarket. They do not speak English. You actually have to know the German word for it and then ask. They do not speak English at all. It's very rare.
yeah.
You might get one person who would translate or transliterate German to English in their mind, and they say it out.
Yeah.
Because I understood that because when I went to German class, one of the advices that my teacher gave was, um, we will do only the class only in German, so start thinking in German,
Mm,
because you should not. The main issue is what people do is, especially because we were all English speakers. She said that you will be doing is, you will translate German to English, then to your native
mm,
language,
yeah.
then you will translate from your native language to English to German. I mean, not in my case, at least. There was one step less because I was not using Malayalam or Hindi. I was just using English to German,
Yeah.
because I mean, at the end of the day, we extensively use English in India, it being one of our official languages, or more usually taught in school. But then again, I was like, okay. And when I saw that in stores, they transliterate that
Yeah.
German word,
Yeah.
which would not even make sense in English.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
And then I got to know, oh, okay, they actually rely on their language so much, which is not wrong at all. They have that pride in their language that most of our countrymen, really sorry, not dissing you guys, but most of our countrymen do not have, or have in a misplaced way.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, and there are those kind of people here as well, the misplaced pride as well. We have, you should if you live here, you should learn this language, blah blah blah. There are people like that here as well. Now, sorry, I'm ranting, but I just want to add two more types of people. One type of person that they ask talk to in German, and they are very fast German speakers.
Mm.
I can speak German, I can understand German, but I'm still at that level where pace matters.
Mm.
I'll speak in German at this pace, but I will also understand only at this pace. I
Yeah.
just need some time to process it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they think, okay, this guy doesn't speak
Mm.
German, and I would say, wie bitte, that is, can you come again? Or what is, or excuse me? They are like, they just frown and just walk away. And many a times I've been insulted in that way. It was so sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another example is our upstairs neighbor.
Mm.
She speaks only German,
Mm.
does not understand English. She knows that we are learning German, and she would keep on speaking in German very sweetly,
Yeah.
and she would slow down for you.
Exactly. Exactly. Uh,
Like,
like put each word separately so that we understand, like we can catch from bits and pieces,
exactly.
and then we're like, yeah, 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 yeah. And then she's like, yeah. So she is also happy that we are trying. So yeah.
Then there's also a third kind, which is very rare in Munich. One of my friends back in my German class, to give it a context, is not a native of Germany, just came to Germany to learn the language. So she went to one of the department stores
Yeah.
and talked to them in German because she wanted to practice.
Yeah.
The shopkeeper actually repeated back in English, replied back in English, saying that, please talk in English. English is better. And she came to me and like, I have never been insulted so much in my whole life.
But you remember one of my friends, she had mentioned she was looking for a washroom
Mhm,
and she could not find it, and
mhm,
I think it was in a mall or something. So she went and asked, there was a cleaning lady,
mhm,
so she was just mopping the floors or something. So she went and asked, uh, do you know where the washroom is? She asked in English.
mhm.
So the person was like, what? So then she said, washroom, washroom. So she was like, what? So my friend was like, toilet, toilet. And then still the person did not understand it. And then she said VC. And then
The
yeah,
WCVC, okay.
exactly, the WCVC. Then the cleaning lady pointed, okay, go down right or whatever.
You know what?
So they do not understand washroom, toilet, but they understand only VC. So that is where it actually surprises me a little bit, that at least what I used to think is that we can catch things if you're given a context, right? Like if you're said, even if I don't understand anything in German, but if they say a sentence from context, I'll try to understand. Like the other day, in the lift, we met a lady who lives on the
Mhm.
top floor. She said that, oh, we are blessed that we are in Munich because there's not a snowstorm here,
Yeah.
but in Berlin there's a snowstorm and people don't have electricity as of now, and because of the snowstorm, and people have lost their heating and everything. And she said it like, she was also trying to talk to us in German, knowing that we don't know that much. So she was like, specifying each word.
Yeah.
And from the context I told you, right? Oh, she was mentioning something about a snowstorm in Berlin, and we were like, yeah, the heating has gone out or something. So true, there are people who actually encourage to talk as
Yeah.
well, and there are people who would be like, I don't have the patience to talk to you or something like that. So
In that case, actually coming from a person who actually learned German, and we have seen signs in stations and malls.
yeah.
In some cases, they actually write toilette or toileten
Exactly,
because
exactly.
that's
That's
the
what,
German word.
yeah, that's why I was surprised that they don't understand washroom or toilet. And I was like, okay,
I think.
good to know. But it's not just the Germans though,
Hmm.
who are so proud about their language and everything. But in my team, we have um, colleagues who are from China, or who are from Iran or something, and they all of them, they don't have English as their first language, which was surprising to me, because what I thought is that everyone learns English, right? I mean, in our schools, we are taught English as our first language, and I mean, the English medium schools, of course, but we are taught that as our first language, and all our lives, we are led to believe that it is very important to know this language. But when we come here, that is what actually surprised me, that they are not that big on knowing this language. And I was like, okay, that's refreshing to know. And also, it feels good to see that they take so much pride in their own language.
Hmm.
um so yeah, I mean, so right now, why I brought this up is because when we talk, like when you and I talk, we mix English, Hindi. I mix a little bit of Marathi, you mix a little bit of Gujarati, Kannada, right?
Kannada very rarely.
Yeah, but
That is
still,
just playfully.
yeah, but then when we generally talk,
You forgot Malayalam.
yeah, Malayalam, of course.
Oh.
So when we generally talk, it's always English, Malayalam, Hindi,
Yeah.
right? Marathi from my side a little bit, Gujarati from your side a little bit, but then it's mostly 90% of our speech or communication
Hmm.
is English, Malayalam,
Hindi.
Hindi,
Yeah.
right? And we have so many Malayalam, when we talk in pure, like only Malayalam, if we just talk in only Malayalam, still there will be some words that are from English or Hindi,
Yeah.
right? But that's what I came to know coming here, that there are no words from other languages that they use while they communicate. And I was like, really? That happens? Because that really doesn't happen when we both talk,
Yeah.
right?
It's a rarity. Just the word computer is computer here. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Even mobile phones or cell phones, they call it handy.
yeah, exactly. So that's why even the colleagues from China, when they talk to each other, they do not use even a single word that is English. And I was so surprised. I was like, that happens. And even my other colleague, she's from Costa Rica. She was telling me that if they use English or any other language, words from other language where they speak Spanish, it's frowned upon. Like, they, in their in her home or wherever her friends are, they kind of then make fun of her. Oh, you have become this big shot who doesn't know to speak Spanish, etc. And I was like, what?
I mean, in our defense, so my mom came from a Malayalam medium school.
Yeah,
She taught me the word for light switch.
yeah,
I don't know if it's correct, but this because she came from Malayalam medium, so I'm going to believe her on that. The Malayalam word
hmm,
for light switch is Vaidyuti Agamana Nigamana Yantram.
yeah, yeah, you told me
I
about this.
mean,
I
that's not a word, that's a sentence.
That could be the correct word, you
You never
never
know,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
I think there was a word for cricket also in Hindi.
Mm.
Uh, I actually forgot. Something. Dhadadhad Pratyogita.
Really?
Yeah. So I just looked it up online. So cricket in Hindi is called Gol Gattam Lakadpattam De Danadan Pratyogita.
Is this a real thing, or
It
is
is
it?
not kidding. I mean, this is Kora at least, but for me it was Gain and I mean it was Lakadpattam. I've heard the words of Gain and Balla, but
Okay.
there is the De Danadan is there. Okay,
But yeah.
and I've heard of also for fielding also they have put Dhar Dhar Bhagam. I don't know, but then Then again, English words, we do not have a
Mm.
this to it. But here they actually have words for it. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. They have words for it. That's why I wanted to mention it's not just Germans, it's also from like other countries as well. And it's really great to know that they are so proud of their language, and they kind of tend to have the they don't have much of mixture of other languages in their mother tongue or the native language. That's really refreshing to know,
yeah.
because I mean, I understand in India, most of the people know at least two languages
Hmm.
or more.
Yeah.
So I understand why we would find it difficult to not stay in one language and kind of mix it up,
Exactly.
especially
Yeah.
when you and I talk. It's mostly Hindi,
Yeah.
and we put Malayalam in it, and then it's not like we are not proud of our native language, that is Malayalam, but it's that we are very used to speaking in Hindi,
Yeah.
so that actually I mean,
I
that's
mean,
why I
yeah.
would say we have so much of mixture while talking.
The problem is, I mean, at least in my case, it was. I mean, I'll actually say tell it in your case because my dad got transferred a lot. I was moving
Yeah,
all around.
yeah,
In your case, I think it's more like you speak Hindi outside.
yeah.
At home, if you speak in Hindi, your mom and dad would not talk to you again.
Yeah,
And
they
in many
wanted.
cases, you spoke in Marathi as well.
Yeah, because I had friends who are Maharashtrians
Exactly.
that I grew up with.
Yeah,
So
so it is actually unexpected. It should not be expected that mixtures won't happen. At the end of the day, even back in Kerala, like I told you, I mean, like I studied in Kerala for 5 years. The people who do not speak much Hindi,
yeah,
they may only have the Hindi knowledge as a scholastic knowledge just from school, but then they speak English.
yeah,
Even if scholastic, they still speak English in school.
yeah.
They still use English words in Malayalam.
Mm,
Not saying they are not very good at Malayalam. They may be very good at Malayalam, but then they still use it.
yeah,
That's just a normal phase. I mean, even my grandmother, who went to a Malayalam medium school, until her last day, she did use English words in
yeah,
Malayalam, like fan it, light it.
yeah,
I mean, light is at the end of the day in Malayalam velicham,
yeah.
but nobody says
Exactly.
velicham
Yeah, yeah.
pravartitike. It's light on up.
It's always electricity bill.
Electricity bill, yeah.
It's not Vaidudi.
The
Vaidudi. I don't know what
I
is a
have no idea
bill.
what bill is in Malayalam.
I have no idea
I
what a
don't know
bill
what
is.
bill is in
God.
Hindi,
I
and
know.
Hindi has been a
Parchi? That's
parchi.
receipt, right?
Parchi can be receipt, and parchi is also a chit.
Ah, okay. Okay. Then no, no idea. So yeah, that's true. That's where we get our. But that's, I think, one thing I learned after coming here, that it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay if you are not that fluent in English. It's okay to fumble a little bit. Nobody's going to judge you,
Yeah.
and that is what I like.
Mm.
If even if I fumble a little bit, nobody's judging me. They are all like, oh, we are in the same boat, let's all row together. So it's that way I find it really good. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, I love the pride for any language, be it here, be it in India. I just have a problem with misplaced pride and also looking down upon other languages.
yeah,
I mean, come
yeah.
on.
And also I think main reason why they wouldn't have a much kind of mixture from other languages is because they would have many dialects, but
Mhm.
their language is one. As far as my knowledge, I don't know if
No,
they have.
yeah, yeah, the language is same actually.
Yeah,
It's German itself, but the thing is, like how I think in Maharashtra it must be different kind of Marathis, right?
yeah, yeah, the
Maybe,
dialects are
yeah,
a
the
little bit
dialects are
different.
different, right?
Yeah.
So here it is. So I think it is Hanover. I think I'm not so sure. Actually, forgot our teacher actually told us where is the city that speaks the most purest of German.
Okay.
Like how many of my Andhra friends have told me that South Godavari in
Mm-hmm.
Andhra or Telangana, I do not remember which. One of these places speaks the purest of Telugu.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that, Hanover speaks the purest of German.
Mm-hmm.
Bayern, that is Bavaria, where Munich is, speaks Bayerische.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, Bayerische dialect is apparently way too strong. Whatever German
Mm.
we hear has only one or two aspects of Bayerisch.
Yeah.
When we go to the countryside, it's more stronger.
Yeah.
Many of the words that we speak in German do not even exist in Bayerisch,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the other way around.
Yeah.
Now, if I can tell you, if I can remind you, here in German, hello is hallo,
Yeah.
but another way of greeting in Bayern, in Bavaria, is servus.
Service. Yeah.
Remember when we went to Hamburg? True story. So the way like servus is there, the dialect is moin moin.
Yeah.
The first time when we went, okay, we did not know this. We thought, okay, we knew that servus is anyways not there.
Yeah.
We boarded the bus. The driver of the bus greeted us with moin moin. Our first reaction, why is he meowing at us?
And it was, I initially thought it was just he's just saying something and we didn't understand it. But then there were couple of other people who also told us, right? There were
Moin
people
moin, yeah,
greeting, and
greeting.
then the bus conductor or the
The
driver.
driver,
There was the person in the train who came to check our tickets.
yeah.
So all of them said this. I'm like, there is something that we are missing. Let's just Google it. And then you Googled it, I
Googled
guess.
it and Googled it, and on the bus stop where there was an advertisement, it was written moin moin. I'm like, okay, this is moin moin. What is this? Then we Googled it.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, they are not meowing at us. They're just,
He also said that. Did he just sing Moe Moe to us?
oh yeah, that too.
So yeah.
Yeah, it was more like, so no, there was a context to that too.
Yeah.
Because it was late, there was no bus at that late at night. And and we were worried, okay, we might have missed the last bus. Then there was a bus stand. Then the driver came. We did not know he was a driver. He just looked at us and said "moe moe," and I was like, "Oh my God, is he taunting us?"
Moe Moe.
I think that's not actually how they say it. That's not even the words,
No,
but
no, no. Yeah.
that's what Instagram has taught us. So,
So yeah. That's fun.
oh my God.
Okay. So let's
So
wind this up for today.
it's a
These
wrap.
so but then we have a lot more observations that we have had
Oh yeah,
uh, after coming here, the culture differences. Again, no country is perfect, but these are just our observations that we faced as immigrants, and we learned a lot, and it has helped us grow as couple and as people
people. Yeah,
individually. So it's just great. it's
yeah.
it's great to learn and great to grow, and we'll keep making such videos. And if you have any questions for us, we would definitely will address them and let you know our uh, kind of experience on
Experience. Yeah.
those.
Okay then.
You want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, when she was talking, five more experiences came into my head. That was like for the next episode. So thank you guys for joining us. And before you leave, please like, share, and subscribe. See you. Bye bye.
Bye.